Welcome to the European Parliament.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Once more, a warm welcome to you, Prime Minister Lukšić. I hope I pronounced it correctly. It was a very friendly meeting. I welcomed in the meeting with the Prime Minister the progress made by the government. I underline that the European Parliament is strongly committed to support Montenegro on the way to the European Union. We discussed about the internal debates in the country, about the constitutional reforms, about the necessary step to be taken, necessarily to be taken in the frame of the chapter 22, 23, or 23, 24? 23, 24. And the European Parliament, represented by me and by my colleague Kukan, underlined in our meeting strongly the enormous chance Montenegro has to become one of the real models for the whole region. Montenegro is a new state. Montenegro is a state we discussed with an enormous appreciation by all the people who know the country. I said to the Prime Minister, not everybody in Europe knows Montenegro very well. But those who know Montenegro, everybody I meet tells me this is an encouraging development, and I must admit, I discussed before 2006 with a lot of people from Montenegro what would happen during the first years after independence, and now looking to the first 6 years since 2006, it is an encouraging development. We highlighted the recent decisions of the Council in relation to June, to the start of the process to approach the European Union. I think the government is strongly committed to endorse the necessary measures and to fulfill the criteria. One element I want to highlight is the inclusion of the civil society in the negotiation process, in the preparation of the negotiations. This involvement of NGOs is a unique step. I welcomed very much. And once more, thank you very much to you, Prime Minister, for this very open-minded discussion, which ended with some more or less philosophical reflection about history of people who are born in a socialist country, lived then in a federal republic, to switch then to Serbia, Montenegro, and to arrive to the fourth country, a sovereign Montenegro, for a man born in '76. 4 different countries, 4 different passports, I presume. This is showing how difficult on one hand, but how impressive the development in the region was since the date of your birth. So thank you very much once more for the visit, and thank you for this real wonderful exchange of views.
I'd like to once again thank President Schulz for a very cordial meeting, very good meeting we had. I thank for all the support and encouragement that European Parliament shows towards Montenegro. We are also looking forward to the upcoming meeting between our parliamentarians, members of European Parliament, in charge of Western Balkans and Montenegrin parliamentarians. I hope it will be another step forward in terms of parliamentary cooperation, because we see Parliament as a very important house in supervising the process of integration, but also supervising the process of reforms. We have seen further elements, and I spoke about further elements of the strengthening of Montenegrin Parliament towards its role in not only European integration process, but I said its role in being a cornerstone of passing reforms and analyzing whether reforms are really there. Therefore, I believe that cooperation we've had with European Parliament and encouragement in all the stages will only be a strong motivator to continue. I informed also President Schulz about everything we've done in setting up architecture for negotiations, and also everything we are doing to concentrate on the accession talks we hope will start late June. And therefore, I believe we are very clear in passing the message that European integration process, along with Euro-Atlantic integration process, has kept being a strong and first and foremost priority for Montenegro. Of course, we are aware that there is more to be done, and we need to remain focused on all those 7 benchmarks, with special attention to the constitutional amendment and the dialogue we have with the opposition parties in order to pass those amendments. We need to remain focused on the implementation of legislation that was passed last year and in previous years, and we also hope that a solid track record will be built in all the stages of the judiciary process in order to convince or show credible efforts that we are committed to the further reforms of the judicial system, as it is also an incredibly important segment of the overall political system reforms in Montenegro. Thank you.
I said to the Prime Minister, I believe that Montenegro has an enormous chance to become, if the reforms are going in a good direction, a model for the region. Economic figures are promising. If the constitutional reforms, if the juridical reforms are endorsed, I think the confidence of foreign investors in the country will be increased. And the country is a wonderful, attractive country. A lot of people, I repeat it once more, who know the country are not only delighted by the wonderful landscape of the country. This is a country which is not so much involved as a new country in the very difficult, heterogeneous, interdependent developments in other parts of the region. So it is a chance, and I think Montenegro could become really, model is perhaps exaggerated, but a country with enormous chances for development.